You're wanting to start a business. And I'm wanting to know, in the last 30 days, have you asked yourself these important questions? What are my skills? Well, you're like, I don't know. So then I want to ask you this question that may help you decide. What do people come to me for? What do people ask me advice on? What do I do so easily that I don't even have to think about it? What is that skill that I do easily that I could get paid for? Now let me change your thinking for a minute. What if that thing that you do so effortlessly, you go ahead and you get paid for it? Like, I'm serious. Like, whatever that is. Let's talk about it. Like myself, and this is something that I still struggle with, I feel as though a skill is not counted for because there's no training, functional training. There's no certificate. There's no degree. So I feel like I don't have a skill. But we all have skills. And the very thing that you do every day is your skill and the skill that you can use to get paid. If you're new here, hey, I'm Samil, and welcome to the Stinson method, where over here we get clear, we pick a lane, and we build what's next for our life. Earlier this week, I made a video on a woman that started a very booming, now 7-figure marriage proposal business off of just an idea. Today, what I want to talk about is the bigger lesson, what that means to you and your life, and what that could actually mean to your business. So I know that when we talk about business, especially when we're trying to start a business, and we are thinking about our skills, we're like, oh, that is saturated. Or that lane is gotten too many businesses. But if you go to the store, you see Wonder Bread has other breads. Now, I don't know what other breads is in y'all grocery, but I could just right now just think of Wonder Bread, so we're going to go with Wonder Bread. Anyway, we think if it's too easy, how can I possibly make money off of it? We assume that everybody can do what comes easy to us. We call our skills the little things. We downplay and say that's just common sense. We compare natural abilities to someone else's formal qualifications. We overlook things, experiences that we learn through family, work, friends, home life, survival even. And we really just discount that as those are just everyday things I do. It's nothing for me to do those things. But what you don't understand is that that is something that you could definitely be getting paid for. Easy to you doesn't mean easy for everyone else. Like I said earlier, the things that you do so effortlessly, there is somebody out here that is pulling their hair right now because they can't figure it out. And that's an advantage that you have. Whew. Let's go through a few, and maybe you resonate with a few of these. You are a person that organizes chaos without getting unraveled. You just do it. Something pops off and you're like, you know what? I got this. I can take care of this. People always seem to seek you for advice. And you're like, well, wait a minute. But my own stuff is messed up. Like my own life is in disarray. But some people don't know that, and they don't have to. But they still come to you for advice, and whether they take it or not, it's valuable. You remember details that others forget. Now, I'll tell you this. I am a birthdays person. I will remember your birthday if you tell me at least twice. A lot of people have to look at their calendar, they forget, or they just probably don't care. But I am a person that remembers certain things that the next person will be like, I'm not remembering that. No. You know how to make people feel comfortable. So, as an example, I would say if you're at an event and you see somebody that is off to the side or to themselves, you'll go over there and you'll spark up a conversation. And then you get a laugh, you get a smile, and then this person is just ready to talk, ready to be themselves. You did that. Because otherwise, that woman or that man would have been just standing there awkward, uncomfortable, and probably ready to go home and miss out on the whole thing. But it was you that came through and made that person feel comfortable. You can explain complicated information simply. Did I say that right? You can explain complicated information simply. So, I don't know nothing about algebra. I don't know anything about algebra. I left algebra back where it needed to be 20 years ago in high school. But somebody my same age, my peer, may be able to say, "Hey, Samir, let me show you, how to do this algebra problem. First of all, what I need it for." But we're not doing that, right? But I'm just giving you an example. You may be the person that can explain something so complicated to somebody else. And that's where the money is. You are a planner. You plan trips, you plan vacations, you have schedules, you plan celebrations, and not the ones just in the group chat. Like, you are the person that has the dates, that contacts people repeatedly, that people get tired of when they see your number because you are trying to put something together. But you are so adamant in your actions of putting whatever this is together that you don't care what people think. You just know that this wedding, this birthday, this divorce party, this party is going to go off with a hitch. Well, maybe not a hitch, but it's going to go off because you are a planner and you stick to the plan. You're a problem solver. You solve problems before anybody notices it. I believe that I have that ability a little bit. As an example, I am a person that can see a puzzle. Or what I do is I will take a situation and put it into a puzzle. So, as an example, you're packing your car and I see the room and I see the car and I'm like, what little pieces can go under the seat, can go in the back of, the window where you can still see out of? What pieces can go in the armrest? Like, I'm that person. Like, I can depending on what it is, I can sometimes solve a problem before the problem even happens, or I can step in and help you out with the problem. Again, depending on what it is. And I just have to go back. Those things may not mean much to you because you do it so often, but it means a whole lot to somebody who will get frustrated, overwhelmed, sad, just mind just all over the place because they can't figure it out. But you can, and that's your specialty. If you haven't watched my marriage proposal business and how it got started by Michelle and Marvin Velasquez, take a look at that. That will actually, you'll get a more understanding of why we're talking about this today. But the proposal business that I did discuss, at the center of it all, there were more skills, everyday skills that are used to make this business, to get this business off the ground, for it to be maintained and for it to be successful. And those skills are listening, remembering details, planning, coordinating, storytelling, problem solving, and creating a very beautiful and emotional experience. None of those skills sound revolutionary as they are, because you know what? We do it every day. But with those skills packaged together brings about a beautiful business. And a lot of us forget that if you look at a resume, right, it lists all the things that you can do. Well, look at your resume. Those are the things that you can package to provide a service to sell. Because people are looking for, one, more time, two, somebody that's organized more times than not, three, they don't even want to worry about it because they don't want it to be ruined, and four, they got the money to do it. There's so much money out here. Okay, sorry. That business was not built around a random idea. It was built around turning familiar abilities into beautiful outcomes. Let's go back. Knowing what we just talked about, knowing the skills, the experience, soft skills, hard skills, the experience that you had. Let's go back and let's ask a few questions. What do people repeatedly ask you to help them with? What do people compliment you on? What can you do faster or easier than most people? What problems do you just naturally solve without effort? What has your job, responsibilities, and experience taught you to handle? What do people tell you that they could never do, but you do it without thinking about it? Don't just look at your hobbies, but look at over your lifespan. What have you demonstrated? But we do have to be realistic. All skills don't equal an automatic business. Every skill you have does not need to become a business. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean people will pay for it. Now, I know that may sound contradicting because I am telling you that your skills can get you paid. But skills and business go hand in hand when a need or a problem is solved. So this is what a skill needs. A specific person who needs it. A problem worth solving. A clear result. A way to deliver it consistently and good. Enough demand to make the numbers work. All too many times, women may start a business that they want. When I say that, they may start a business in, and please do not eat me up in the comments. I'm just thinking about something off the top of my head. They may start a business in clipping photos out of a magazine. People want that. I'm not going to deter you from the idea of wanting to start a business. But is that a need? What is a need? If you could think about, if you could look in your room, if you could look at your family, if you could look at your friends, if you can look within yourself, what is a service? What is a service that you would pay for? Answer that question. If money was no option, what is a service that you would pay for? That being said, I just want you to look at the intersection of what it is that you do well and what people need. So here's an exercise that I want you to do. Either you can do while we're talking on this camera here, or you can go and have a seat with some coffee in your favorite window with the sunlight beaming on you so you can get all your ideas. I want you to write 10 things down that you do well. And I want you to categorize these 10 things. And here are the categories: communication, organization, creativity, problem solving, care or support, technical or admin, sales or persuasion, and planning and coordination. After you write those down, write down the type of person that would benefit from that skill and what would drive them to pay for this skill. Before you say again, that's not a real skill, ask yourself whether it only feels unimportant because you've never had to live without it. You may not need another skill or learn another skill, but what you probably need to do is recognize, strengthen, and use that skill for betterment of others and to benefit others as well as yourself. Now, we're almost out of here. I don't want to keep you too much longer, but down in the comments, I would love to know one thing that you do well. And don't be shy. I don't want to hear you say, I don't want you to not answer. I really want you to answer because that encourages others to also answer as well. Tell me what you do. And if it's more than one, list them. Don't be afraid. We all here for the same reason, how to figure out how to get this money. And if you made it this far in the video, first of all, I just want to thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. But I'd also like to share some information with you. So if you are a woman that is wanting to build a business and you are at your crossroads of struggling, trying to figure out what business to start, I have came up with the business playbook. It includes 100 businesses that gives you information on services you can provide, the people you can help, the barrier to entry, the annual income if you've done it for like a year or so. It gives you also tips on that business. It also gives you other ideas to branch from that business. If this is something of your liking, this will be available on September 15th. But I do have a free business lane picker, and I've broken this down into 4 categories of where you would sit at as far as a business that you would probably like to choose with a questionnaire. I would love for you to subscribe if you're ready to change your mindset from I don't know what to do till she's giving me ideas or some type of foundation to start thinking about what it is I want to do. Until the next video, bye-bye.